As a part of FOSS Club, today we are organizing an event in knowing the opportunities in open source and community programs. So that is available. So let me present my screen. And so today we are going to see the opportunities that are available in open source and community programs, so which as a student you can be a part in. So first, so why you should choose open source programs. So basically what an open source program is meant is, so it is not some other programs. So a developers, a normal student or some professional developers, they used to code their project and leave it in a Git repo, so which can be improvised, or you can add some new features to that project, and you can create a PR in Git, so that if he is okay with your new addition, so he may accept or reject your request. So normally this is the basic pattern that they will follow in source. So it need not to be in code. So there are many other opportunities, like you can help in documentation or you can help in designing. So there are many steps. So the first is you will get some. So the first is the personal benefits. So being contributing to open source program helps you in. So the first benefits what you will get is your personal benefits. So it can be like you can get to meet with new persons, or you can directly see the person's code. So it can be a larger project or some smaller project. The next one is community recognition. So by contributing to some good open source projects, that is so used by many people in modern days. So it gets you, or it makes you more recognized among the developer community. So the third is like it helps you in self-advertising you. So basically what we prepare is to get some placement. So we use resume to self-advertise ourselves. So you can add a point if you contribute to some good open source projects. So you can self-advertise yourself as you contributed to this project, or you added this feature to that particular project. So next, it helps you in writing good code. So like if you work on some others code, so you will try to analyze and see how the other developers written their code. So it helps you in increasing your code quality. So you also can learn to follow some principles of basics of code writing. So the next one is so why we need to be a part of community programs. So the first and main reason is like you get to meet and interact with new people among it can be various state, or either it can be a different country. So and another advantage, it's like if you organize some community programs with help of some industry-led speakers, so you can directly interact with him and discuss your queries. So for example, if you are interested in doing some projects with React, so if you are organizing some speaker to speak about the React, so you can directly talk with him, and you can even clarify your doubts with him. So you can clear all your doubts. So then another next good one is you can maintain a good developer profile. So so as a CSE or IT student, even MSc, it is very good to be to develop a good developer profile. So it helps you in getting good jobs if you try offline, that means off campus. So be active on LinkedIn and Twitter. It helps you to build your profile, and you get to meet some good developers there. And so being a part of a community, so you can represent the community to your friends, and you by conducting some workshops, webinars, some other stuff. So you can teach your friends. So that's the next point. You can help others to learn and empower. So you can share your knowledge and or the knowledge you have over that particular tool or tech, and you can share it to your peers so that they can also learn, and you can guide them with the forthcoming path. So the last point is like that. So each and every community program has its own perks and benefits. So it is a program which you have been in part of. So it basically depends. So not all the programs will have all the same perks and benefits. So we'll see that later. So first, we look into some popular open source programs that are available. So the first one is Google Summer of Code. I know most of you have heard about Google Summer of Code. They used to. So there will be some list of organizations participating in this particular Google Summer of Code. So they will. So you can see here. So they are not some smaller organizations. So they are the organizations or that software providers that we use in our real life. So if you have some idea to some features or solve their existing features, so it will be a good to add it in your resume if you solve or if you contribute to these good major organizations. So there are many organizations they participate in Google Summer of Code. So for example, you can if you want to contribute to Dart, so you can simply click on that and they will let you know the technologies they are in needing for or looking forward. And if you give learn more, so they will give some idea list. Idea list in the sense what it means. So what they are expecting or what are the problems. So it depends upon the project maintainers to give the idea list. So here they will list some detailed projects and who are their mentors and difficulty and what are the skills needed to solve this particular issue and short description about that issue. If you are interested in this issue, you can contact this mentor by writing an email to him and I'm interested in this issue, like guide me if you stand somewhere, like I have doubt in this particular process. So they will reply to you if you make them. So there are many organizations in Google Summer of Code. So you will get if you completed Google Summer of Code. So Google will give you like stipend. So it means like you're not working to Google. You are just contributing some projects with the help of this program. So the next one is MLH Fellowship. So this has 3 tracks in it. So the first one is Explorer track. So what this track means is that you just simply create on you will create some real world projects, some 6 to 7 projects, and with help of some guide. So that is called as Explorer track. So what open source track is like, it's a 12-week program. So you will get a chance if you are selected. You will get a chance to contribute to one of the real-time user technologies. Like you can. So there are many organizations participating in MLH in open source, like just React. So there are many more organizations. So if you are selected, so you can contribute to them. So it will not be more focusedly on coding. So they will have some fun events. And extensive is like to have some. It's like a student relationship program. So it's more or like working alongside with industry related guys. So it's an extensive program. So you can apply to that. So the only thing matters is like that for all this program. So they will ask some essays to in the initial process of applying. So you make sure that you clearly say your motivation, like how you are interested in joining this organization in that essay. So like you should not just fill that essay like, so if there is a count fixed like max 200 words, you should not try to just fill with some words. So you should try to show your motivation to that project maintainer or that recruiter, how you are interested in applying, so and how you can really help them or contribute to their project. So the next one is like Google Season of Doc. So this is not particular to code. So if you are a person who is interested in writing documentation or writing some diagrams, or you are oriented to that person, you can check this Google Season of Docs. So the next one is Outreachy. So it's more like a diversity program. They also pay some stipulated stipend. So it's like the same like Google Summer of Code. They also have some good organizations applying to them. And initially, like they started for like females to support the diversity, and now they start accepting males. So they have some 4 rounds it seems. So I'm not sure about that. So I'll move towards next. So what next is it's a cloud native computing foundation mentorship. So in this, you can find all the live programs like Linux Foundation mentorship program, Google Summer of Code, where they are a part of, and you can find their projects and who is the mentor and mentee name, and you can connect with them with the help of these Git repo. So the next one is like Linux Foundation mentorship. So they will list all their projects on what currently they are working in and the time period in which you should be available. Here they spread that sprint term March to May 31st. It is a separated duration of time that you should make yourself available to that particular program. So there are some other projects in this. So you can check this website if you're interested in participating in this Linux mentorship program. So likewise, there is another mentorship program. So that is Community Bridge. So here there will be a lot more projects. So now they are not so now there is not any ongoing process for that mentorship. So if you are interested in joining Community Bridge, so you can keep an eye on this website. So you can regularly check if any onboarding applications, some particular programs. So there are some programs in progress. You can check that what are the required skills for that particular program, and you can check the project status, and they will mention all the required skills that you need to contribute to this particular project, and they will also give you the time that you should make yourself available to this project, interested in contributing to that. So there are many projects you can find yourself on in which technology or which tech stack you are good in. So on the tech stack, you can choose your project and you can start contributing to that project. And next one is like a season of KDE. So it is, so you normally know that KDE. So that's a timeline. It starts around December 4. It's over now. So you can check for the next cohort that when they are flying. You can keep an eye on this website if you're interested in this. So it's like same like Google Summer of Code, but this is related to a specific organization, only KDE. So not many organizations will be appearing for this. So you can see their ideas. So they will post some ideas in what they are looking for. So with all the mentor details and ideas they will give. So they will give an explanation, and they will also mention what are the expected results in your knowledge prerequisite. So you can check this for the projects. So the next one is FOSS Asia's Code Heat. So this is also an open source program. It starts from October and it ends in June. So you can, so they also have good projects. So you can check here. Like if you're interested in website and front end, you can check this. Like these are the participants that are projecting in this FOSS Asia Code Heat. You can choose a particular project with your tech stack, and you can just click on the project and you can just start interacting with the community, and you can get involved in yourself. So there are good projects, so you can start yourself to contribute. So next one is like FOSS Asia internship program. So it's like they will have some 5 to 6 projects. So you will be selected based on your skills to work on any one of them. So it's like an internship process, but you will be given a chance to work with their real world software products. So and the next one is, it is also famous, Hacktoberfest. So it is only conducted during the month of October. So it's like you should create 4 valid pull requests to complete this program. So if you complete, you create a 4 valid pull requests within that stipulated 1 month of time, so you have completed this program successfully. So and there are some perks, like you will get a T-shirt or get a chance to plant a tree. So and you can also find some good. So if you are starting as yourself as an open source developer, so this is the first place you can get yourself involved with. So it's over now. You can check for the next cohort. So in this step, what you can get to know is like you can make yourself strong in GitHub. So that plays a major role if you are into open source, and you can practice that quite well here. And you also can there are some good organizations participating in Hacktoberfest also. So you can look in the website to check that. And next one is like Open Summer of Code. So it's the same, like if you are a student, you can apply here. So it is also another kind of open source. So it is done by some open source organization. So there are it. So there are many projects, and here it is not only to code. You can also help them in designing. So if you so the next four I will say is like it's a small scale compared to what I have said previous. If you are into, or if you need to gain experience before contributing to Google Summer of Code or MLS Fellowship, you can gain some little experience by participating in these small kinds of Summer of Code programs. So Girl Script Summer of Code, it's one of like famous among India. So many of them here what? So they will get some student projects. So some good work student projects, and they will you can see like all the projects they will list it here. So you can choose your particular project which you are interested in based on the tech stack, and you can just contribute to it. So they will provide you the Git repo. If you don't know, so you can visit the issues section in the GitHub. So they will mention all the issues what they ask you to solve. So here they will mention with some specific tags. So there will be some good first issue, means like if you are a beginner, so that will be beginner friendly issue, good bug, level 1, level 2, GSOC. So they will, so if you need, you can directly go to this issue and you can interact with the, like here's a stat section. So you can directly interact with this project maintainers about your doubts. So they will definitely help you with that. So this is one of the small Summer of Code programs which you can help. And next one is like Delta Winter of Code. So this one is conducted by NIT Trichy. This is also the same as a Google Girl Script Summer of Code. But here what they need is like you should submit a proposal regarding this project about the improvements you are doing in their project. So if you give no more, sorry, it is over now. So you should submit a proposal 4 or 5 pages about their projects, like how you are planning to, or what are the features you are planning to add to their particular project with some help of component diagram or architecture diagram and your tech stack you are improvising. So these programs, Winter of Code programs will basically start from November and end in January. So the next is like same way Kharagpur Winter of Code. So it is conducted by the Kharagpur. So it is over now. So you can keep an eye on this website if you are interested in developing your skills, like to get some experience with smaller organizations, and you can proceed forward to bigger. So the same, there will be a timeline if you keep an eye on that. So they will post when the registrations will be open and when coding period starts. And next one is like Winter of Code. So this is conducted by IIT Patna. So the same applies to here. Like they will have some list of projects with the tech stacks what you have. You can choose a project and you can start contributing to it. So like if you are interested in contributing to open source, like it should, so that should, so if you're not selected in any of these programs, so there is no restriction for you to stop contributing to it. So if you know, or if you are good in solving an issue, you can directly solve an issue in their GitHub repo. However, they will post their code or project in GitHub, so it will be available to all. So you can go and see their issues and you can solve them. So there is no restriction, like only you should be a part of this program to solve this issue. So anyone can solve any issues in any organization. So next, we look some community programs. So these are some of the open source programs which you can be in part of. So next, we'll see some community programs. So community program, in the sense you will get involved. It's not much about coding, about how you increase your network, or you can say like a good way of networking. So it helps you to get good connections. So the first is, so many of you know that GitHub Campus Expert. So one from one college can be a GitHub Campus Expert. So they will start the application once in 6 months. So if you are, so basically here also they will ask to write some particular paragraph, like 2 or 3 questions about 200 or 300 words explaining to that particular question. So please feel free to like put all your efforts in writing the essay question. So we'll think like that it's just an essay question, no one will see, but it's the main thing they will analyze, and Based on that only, they will allow you to move into the next level or next round. So here, if you are selected as a campus expert, so they will give you training about like 1 month, like with their resource persons. And once you complete your training, you are into the program and you can start conducting your own workshops with the help of the resources provided by GitHub. So being a part of this community like this, so you need not spend some time in collecting resources. So everything will be pretty available. So you can just take it, and it also helps you to help increase your connections, and you can also get a chance to interact with many industry level experts from GitHub as a part of this program. So next one is Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors Program. So previously it was called as a Microsoft Campus Experts Program. So now they revamped the program, and they hire quarterly. That is 4 months once they used to open the application, and you can apply to it. So here also they will have some 4 to 5 sections. They will ask about your personal info, about your social profiles, all LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram profiles, and they will ask you to write 3 questions. They will ask to so one should be done it as a video, and 2 you have to respond back with the text. So make sure that if you are applying to this program, so put your whole effort in creating the video or the essay which you are putting on that particular text. So being a part of this program, so if you are selected, so there are 3 levels of beta and gold. So it's like completing some milestones. So you will be getting promoted, and you will have some perks for that. So once you complete one such level, so there will be some perks unlocking for you. So not only you can conduct workshops, you can also participate in some of the events that are conducted by Microsoft experts around the world. So you will stand an opportunity to attend all that. And so the next one is, so if you are looking into, so you can check this website. And the next one is OnePlus Student Ambassadors Program. It's not like a technical thing. So if you're interested in that product, so there are 3 categories. So social media team, community team, and tech team. So you can apply into any one of these, and they also mention what they are expecting for, or what you should do if you are a part of this team. So you can just look into that, and you refer their websites. So I think it's closed now. You can check for the next cohort. So if you keep an eye on this website, so you can check that. So the next one is like Facebook Developer Circles. So it's like one of the developer programs sponsored by Facebook. So there will be a group of people. So they will conduct some events regularly. So say it can be in weeks or it can be in months. So you will be, if you are a part of this community, so then you can attend their meetings, and based on that, so you will have some perks for attending that meeting. So about the program, you can find your local circle here. So there will be one for Coimbatore. So you can search your city and you can join that particular developer circles, and you can interact with them, so that you will be let known for the upcoming events. So you can be a part. So there is a circle for Coimbatore. So if you're interested, you can join now. So the next is Intel Student Ambassadors Program. It is one of the famous programs that is sponsored by Intel. So if you're interested in Intel technologies and you're towards some working on hardware, you can check this program definitely. So now they are not accepting some responses. So once they open, so you can keep an eye on the website, you can check that. So it's a good program to be a part of. So another program is like Postman student programs. So they will have some like particular student perks if you are selected as a Postman student expert program. So you can apply. So there are programs. So you can apply anyone with which you are comfortable with, and you will get. So if you are good in that community and if you help others to learn, so you will get your perks, and you will also get some global recognition. The next one is like Alexa student influencers. So if you're interested in building skills for Alexa, you can join this program. It's not only like to build skills for Alexa, you can also conduct some workshops regarding this. So you can check all the details, what you should be a part of this program and what this program is like to do, or what you are expected to do as a part of this program, and your benefits of being an Alexa student ambassador program. So, and you can see here, these are guys who are part or are previous part of Alexa student influencers. So they have given their profile. You can simply connect with them LinkedIn, and you can ask or inquire them about how or what technology should we start working to become a developer. Or so they are providing everyone's LinkedIn profile, so you can just go there and you can interact with them. So surely they will respond. So the next one is like AWS student ambassador program. So it's like a student program sponsored by AWS. So it goes the same. So you represent AWS and you can conduct some workshops and you have some benefits. So you can learn AWS and you can teach it to your peers with the help of these student programs. So you will get some discounts for using their console, and you can see the benefits here. So you will get a signed letter and digital credential, student member portal. So there are some other perks for being a part of this program. So it's really a good program. And they have another program called AWS Cloud Ambassador Program. So it is more oriented towards cloud. So if you're interested in AWS and cloud, and you can check this website and you can be a part of. So next one is like developer student clubs lead. So I think there is no developer student club lead in a college. So if anyone is interested, so you can surely apply to be a lead. And so you can make and you can create a club in a college, and you can select some 4 to 5 members for your team, and you can work on creating some workshops, conducting some workshops, or solving a real world issue, or conducting a hackathon. So it depends upon the leader, the club, and how he thinks, and his teammates. So what does a lead do? You can start a club, host workshops, build projects. So it helps you in increasing your network and community learning. You can learn with many peers all around the world. So there are many. So Google Student Developer Club, it's a worldwide program. So not only in India. So other countries also, they have some clubs in their own colleges. So you can also stand a chance to participate in that program. So this is about the student developer program. So you should have this criteria to apply to the developer student club lead. So there are some guidelines you should follow before applying. So you can check this website if you're really interested in starting and leading a club. So it will help you in increasing your leadership opportunities also. And the last one is I Am Remarkable program. So this program, it's basically started as a program to encourage others for their work. So the works, it need not to be a small or big work. So like it started as to encourage them to do more. So it is not oriented only towards technology. So if you are towards something, like if you are good in talking or motivating others, or giving motivation speech, or some other world, or some other topics, if you're interested in that, so you'll be I Am Remarkable, you can apply to be a facilitator. So so they will have some trainings to be a facilitator, like train to train. So you can check here. So they will train you with some 2 hours training, I think so. So once after completing your training, so you can be official facilitator for I Am Remarkable, and you can conduct workshop, and you can share in social media, so that you can gain some good social attention. So this program is by Google. So if you're interested or not, you can join in this program and make use of it. So these are some of the community programs I'm aware of, and open source programs. So there can be more. So that's all about this session. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now, or regarding any community programs you are interested in.